Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. This is Galpain, just back with a quick PSP review, and this one is SNK Arcade Classics Volume 1, and this was released for the old PSP in 2008 in North America and Europe, and then in Japan 2009, and this was developed by Terminal Reality and published by SNK Neo Geo, or SNK Playmore, I think anyway. It might have been developed by a different developer for the PSP version, but it seems like this was released on the PlayStation 2, the Wii, and the PSP, and it's got 16 Neo Geo games, which is really cool. And the games included are some of the ones I've played loads of times, and some of them I haven't played at all. So I had to give them all a go. So Art of Fighting, Baseball Stars 2, Burning Fight, Fatal Fury, King of the Monsters, Last Resort, Magician Lord, Metal Slug, Neo Turf Masters, Samurai Showdown, Sengoku, Shock Troopers, Super Sidekicks 3, King of Fighters 94, Top Hunter, and World Heroes. So some of those games I was very familiar with because I've played them loads of times, and I picked up this collection basically because I wanted to play King of the Monsters, and I really like King of the Monsters. Not the King of the Monsters on the Mega Drive though, that was terrible. I remember playing that years ago and I was so disappointed because I remember seeing like one of those video game TV shows. I can't remember what it's called now, but you'd have like kids, this was like 8 years ago, you'd have like kids going on and they'd have to play like different kind of video game people, and the game they played was King of the Monsters on Neo Geo, and you know, you had like the three characters, the monkey, what's his name, Super Geon, and I can't remember the names, the monkey and Beatlemania, was it? Something like that anyway. I noticed King of the Monsters 2 is a bit better, but King of the Monsters 1 is like a wrestling game, and you have to, like, you know, destroy the city or, you know, like defeat the other character. But yeah, pretty good, can't be mad, can't be sad. I basically got this for King of the Monsters, and it wasn't that expensive either. I think it was like £9 or something I paid for it, so free postage. So that's a pretty good price for you know, all of those games. So there is some I wanted to try. Obviously I've played a lot of these games already, so I just went through here some of the ones that I haven't really tried, because I've played like World Heroes and Art of Fighting loads, and Fatal Fury, I mean, I love that game, I played that loads as well, and obviously King of the Monsters was one I wanted to try, but this one here, Magician Lord, I've heard loads about this one is a very, very expensive game. I think if you want to buy the original board or the original cartridge, but yeah, Magician Lord is pretty cool actually. So this would have been an arcade game, so you'd have to pump in the money to play it. But yeah, these games, I never understood when I went to the arcades years ago, like why these games were very popular. Like I can understand the you know, the one-on-one fighting games because you can play a two-player, but these ones here, I mean, you'd have to sit down there and, you know, for a good while and actually try and complete these games. But yeah, Magician Lord is pretty cool. You can turn into different things, and the graphics are nice, and it is just like a traditional sort of like arcade game. And I did enjoy kind of playing it, but it wouldn't be my favourite on this collection here. My favourite would probably be Fatal Fury actually, or maybe World Heroes. But pretty good game. And then some of the other games, then I'm just going to play a few of them here that or put some footage up of a few of them that I haven't played before. And one of them is Last Resort, and Last Resort is like a shooter, so it's pretty good. Not as good as, I mean, the graphics are very nice in it. I can understand, like, you know, these sort of games being very popular in the arcades because you can tap the button and you know, people can watch and stuff, like, so that's pretty cool. But again, I think the shooters and the games end up being very, very difficult then, because, you know, obviously the developers want you to put in like loads of money and stuff, and you know, they want to make money as well, where it doesn't really translate to when you have the game and it's like super difficult. So then if you want to get really good at it, you just got to play it over and over again, but then who has the time to do that? So I'd rather just, like, you know, the enjoyable games, just keep continuing if I want to play the game to the end, you know, with unlimited coins. Baseball Stars, I haven't played that either. One I did want to play on this was Neo Turf Masters, as well as obviously King of the Monsters, and, you know, I'll have a game of Samurai Showdown as well. But Neo Turf Masters, I see a lot of people playing this online, and it has that iconic sort of you know, picture of the guy when he gets the hole in one or the birdie or the eagle and stuff. Metal Slug I've played loads of times. So Metal Slug is actually very popular. A lot of people love Metal Slug, just for the kind of the setting and the I don't know, just the kind of gameplay in general. And there's loads of Metal Slugs as well. But Metal Slug, it just has one Metal Slug here. It's probably the original one. But yeah, not a huge fan of it. Samurai Showdown is an excellent game. You know, the first one. I do have Samurai Showdown Collection as well, which has all the Samurai Showdown games, and they get like better as they go along as well. So very good. Kind of just have the first one here to kind of whet your appetite if you wanted to kind of get into you know, like the SNK and Neo Geo arcade games. This is an excellent collection to have. The King of Fighters 94 is another good one as well. That's an excellent game. That was kind of one of the first after Street Fighter 2, and I you know, everyone kind of got into Street Fighter 2, and there was Street Fighter 2 mania. King of Fighters was the kind of King of Fighters and Fatal Fury were the kind of the other ones that I played. And Fatal Fury is very good, but King of Fighters, I think, with Kyo Kusanagi and the, you know, the Japan team and the Korean team and the different sort of American teams, and then the crossover between like other games. I think King of Fighters, once it kind of got into its stride, you know, by the end of the Irichi saga, was an absolutely fantastic series. Kind of very underrated as well. I think it's because there's so many games in the series, and they're all sort of like different. They're way more different than the Street Fighter games, because Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, you know, even Super Street Fighter 2, they're very, very similar. Whereas I think King of Fighters games, they have enough difference in them to make them like different games, as opposed to, you know, Street Fighter and stuff like that. Mortal Kombat has enough difference as well to make them significantly different games, as opposed to like Street Fighter. And still like, if there's a Street Fighter collection released, everyone buys it, and all it has on it is like just different Street Fighter games. So, you know, and they're all the same game, like Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. I mean, not much difference between those games here. World Heroes was a favourite of mine in the arcades years ago, because I used to pick what's her name, the girl in it, Jane, is it? Jane and Fuma all the time. Obviously, World Heroes is like it's a really blatant like Street Fighter ripoff. You know, even down to having like is it Hanzo and not Hanzo, the blue guy, whatever the blue guy's name is, and Fuma. They're like Ken and Ryu. They're very similar. They're two the same ninjas. One of them's red and one of them's blue. But they're very, very similar. And then they have like one female character, and then kind of. But I think Samurai Showdown, or sorry, World Heroes. No, Jane is in Samurai Showdown. I'm getting confused now with all these. But anyway, World Heroes, a very good game. Or is she? I can't remember. I don't know. Muscle Power is in World Heroes as well. They're very, very similar. Plus, like, when you play some of the crossover games, it gets very, very confusing as to who's in what game. So I probably need to go back and play. Need to go back and play Fatal Fury, World Heroes, the original ones, you know, and sort of like kind of get back into the groove of those games as well. So if you've played SNK Arcade Collection, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the games, or what's your favourite game on the collection. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios. Thanks very much for watching.
Regional qualifying round final. Kickoff! Throwing!